Many students have come and they say that, ma'am, we are underprepared, ma'am, tayari nahi hui हमसे. Should we skip this exam? Should we give the next exam? What should we do? So this video is specifically for those students who feel that they are underprepared. So what should you do? Let's fix the situation right away. You still have enough time, and in this time also, because in your CA exams every group has only 3 subjects. Easily you can crack one group. You just need to follow these steps that we are going to be discussing in this video. This plan that we are going to discuss in this video is definitely going to work for you. You will pass the exam. You just have to ensure 2 things. One is the quality of study. So whatever you are studying in as per this plan that we will discuss, you have to ensure that you study nicely, you solve the questions yourself with your own hand. And secondly, you need to have some confidence. If you are yourself underconfident, you don't think you can pass, then you cannot pass. Okay, but if you have faith in yourself, you can just feel confident. Even at a delusional level, if you can just feel confident and have faith that, you know what, I'll pass, you will pass. Okay, I'm telling you the secret. That's what works. Quality and faith. Many students, they give good quality of study, but they don't have faith in themselves, so they don't pass. Many students have too much faith in themselves, but they don't give quality of study, so they don't pass. So you have to have both of these things. Now let's jump right into the plan for underprepared students. First of all, you need to focus that at least you can study 70 to 80% of the syllabus. You still have enough time. If you plan well, if you allot the time, like if 20 days are left, then you divide it into 3 subjects, and accordingly, like you give 5-6 days each subject, you can easily complete 70 to 80% of the syllabus. Now this 70 to 80% syllabus will help you in the exam to at least attempt 80% of the paper, and out of that you can get at least 40 and 50. Okay, now this 80% portion that I'm talking about, you have to study A category and B category chapters. All the A category big weighted chapters and all the B category semi weighted chapters, you have to finish them. Make sure you do those. Next thing you have to do is that you have to solve the revision test papers and mock test papers of this attempt and the previous attempt. Okay, why? Because sometimes the RTP questions or the MTP questions, they are repeated in the exam. So in case those 4 to 6 marks we want to save, we should be doing the RTP and MTPs. The next important tip for you is that you need to do the amendments that are applicable for this attempt and the previous attempt, because again, amendments and the changes of the syllabus, they are important part of your exam. They will cover easily 10 to 16 marks. So we don't want to waste those 10 to 16 marks. So for all the subjects, please ensure that you do the amendments and you do the changes in the syllabus. Let's say a new chapter is added in the syllabus, a few chapters are removed. Those concepts that are added or removed, you need to be aware of them. So make sure that you do those. Now, because you have got less time, you are underprepared, you have to be a little smart about the exam. You can't study the normal way. Okay, you have to be smart. How do you be smart about the exam? We have to do the exam questions first. You need to know what are the important topics for all the chapters. And how do you know the important topics for the chapters? You need to sit down with the exam papers, or you can just take up a scanner also and just sit with the scanner and at least do the scanner nicely, because in the scanner you have got all the past exam questions. Now at least 30% of those questions will be repeated in the exam if you have done like last 8 to 10 attempt papers. Okay, so make sure that past exam papers, you are nicely squeezing the juice out of them and you nicely do all the topics that were covered in the past exam. So if you have just done the exam scanner also, past exam papers, you will be good to go in the exams. You will be easily able to attempt nicely 60 to 70% of the paper. Another very important hack for you is that, see, in practical subjects, I'm talking accounts, I'm talking costing, I'm talking SFM. Now, even though these are practical subjects, but trust me, theory comes in it, and theory comes for 10 to 16 marks in it. 10 to 16 marks is huge. And mostly, you know, when students are preparing for practical subjects, they take theory in the end. They think theory is not important, so they take it in the end. But what I would suggest is, please take theory for practical subjects first. so that you can secure those 16 marks, because theory for practical subjects is actually very easy. You don't have a lot of learning to do, a lot of new concepts are not there. So please do the theory for practical subjects first. Now next tip is that when you are studying and completing this 80% of the syllabus, should you be going for huge big fat books? No, please no. Should you be going for long lectures? No, please no. You already know this, I'm just reiterating or repeating it. You need to take extremely small notes, maybe summary notes, because you don't have time. If you don't have time, you're studying the topics for the first time, please take up summary notes and sit with a marathon lecture. Now this tip is only for those students who have not studied much, underprepared students, okay, not for the students who have nicely prepared for 2 months, okay. For those students this tip does not apply. Yeah, so if you're underprepared, sit with a marathon lecture, sit with the notes, listen to the marathon lectures, look at the notes, and then directly solve the questions from the past exam. That way you can easily complete 80% of the syllabus, A category, B category chapters in 5 days per subject. Easily you can complete 3 subjects. Easily you can revise it also if you plan nicely, for 2 days, and you can sit in the exam. And if you're confident enough, you will be able to give a good exam and pass in at least one group. Okay, remember the basic thing is quality and faith. If you can give quality of study, and if you have faith in yourself, you will crack the exam with 80% syllabus. Okay, I hope these tips are helpful. Now I'd suggest you to watch this next video, it will help you a lot. And do write the comments if you have more ideas, do write them down in the comments.